Hi everyone, this is Vanny again with another rumble here from Madrid. Um, and today I just want to talk about the concept of getting in shape before summer or a summer body. It's a very big topic, honestly, to cover in a small rumble, in a short rumble, but I just wanted to come out here and talk to you about it because I think it's so present. It's still so present for us, especially women, to want to have that perfect or whatever we consider is a perfect body and to want to do it fast because we don't have time and everything has to happen right now. And I think nowadays, with social media and the immediateness of things in a way, and how the world works at present, we want everything to be immediate. We want everything to be another dopamine hit, another reward, another thing that is effortless and can be done in no time and can bring amazing results. And real life sucks in that sense. Real life doesn't work at all that way. Real life is not what we see on social media at all. And this is not even from a standpoint of body image. This is from a standpoint of life in general. What we see in social media is extremely curated for our eyes and for the audience of the people who produce it. And it's nothing close to real life in most cases. Whether it is making money fast, like, oh, let's make 10,000, you can make 10,000 bucks a month as a trainer doing this and that. You can make 300,000 a year by doing this and this and that. And they're all just trying to sell us a magic solution. You can lose 10 pounds or 10 kilos in a month with this method and have the best summer body ever, or get ready for your summer body in a month or two and lose whatever kilos and look in whatever shape you want to look. And it's always about selling us something that we are after and selling it as a magic pill. And if there was a magic pill, no trainer would have jobs anymore. No nutritionists would have jobs anymore. No doctors would have jobs anymore. Because there will be a magic pill, right? We can all take the pill, lose our pounds or kilos, and gain muscle, take a pill for this and that, and boof, just like nothing, pim pum pam, like we say in Spanish, pim pum pam, we are looking the way we want to look and we're feeling the way we want to feel just by having a pill. And honestly, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't think it will, but I cannot predict the future the way research goes and whatnot, the way science goes, but it's not the case. Real results and long-term results in many aspects of lives, in most aspects of life, and I'm not just talking about, again, weight loss or muscle building. I'm talking about life in general, like making money, keeping a job, having a house, having a family, traveling, whatever, strength, muscle building, weight loss, weight gain, whatever your goal is, whatever you need to do in your life, it actually takes a shit ton of work. It takes a lot of time, work, effort, patience, consistency, perseverance. It's not a linear progress ever. Whether you're building a business or trying to lose 10 kilos, it's never linear. It's more of a roller coaster kind of progress, to be honest, or process. And it does take time and it takes effort. It takes hard work. It takes compromises. It takes making decisions to do what is best for you in your life at the moment and for your future self. It takes building habits that will last for a lifetime. It's not a magic pill. It's not something that you'll do in a month. It's something that will take you years of your life to build and to maintain. And if you want to have progress long term and results long term, even more so, right? The effort that it will take, the obstacles you'll have to sort, the things you'll have to learn along the way, and you know, I'm just trying to put this into words, and it's not so easy for me, but I'm just so concerned that this is still out there, that I can still see these ads, and that I can still see people asking for magic solutions, and it's not happening, people. It's not happening. Yes, you can lose. Let's focus on like muscle building, weight loss, things that are more related to my field, right? As a trainer, like, as you know, I'm not a nutritionist, so there's only a limited things I can say about food itself, but I can talk from my experience and from my learnings along the journey, and from my experience with my clients too, and the things that I do when we do together and that we achieve together. When it comes to gaining muscle, for example, which is what I focus on with my clients, and this is where I can most give you a little bit of guidance, is if you're a complete beginner, if you've never lifted a dumbbell in your whole life, if you've never done a push-up in your whole life, if you've never done a squat in your life, to put it simpler, then you're going to make progress really quick. But that's just the beginning phase. That's just because you're a very, very, very beginner, and you start working out, which is a complete change or a radical change to your routine. So your body will process all of that information and all the stimuli that you're giving it, and it will convert it into that muscle that you're looking for. So we call them newbie gains, and they're fantastic. They're amazing. They're like sort of honestly the best part of the process, because it's like your first 3 months. And I'm talking 3 months. I'm not talking even 1 month here, but your first 3 months where you see all this muscle come to your body where there wasn't any. And newbie gains are beautiful and are really motivational for people and for all of us. But the thing is that even for newbie gains, we need consistency and we need time, right? I'm talking about 3 months of work for these gains to show, for this muscle to show, actually. And yes, during the first month of work, even during the first couple of weeks, you will see other changes, like your energy levels will be higher, you'll sleep better. If you had any aches, pains on your everyday, they will tend to phase out, to reduce, or even to disappear in the first couple of weeks or the first month of strength training. The muscles will come in 2 or 3 months, and you'll see those first muscles that you are building through your sort of beginner stage. And it's beautiful, but again, it takes at least those 3 months. So from the get-go, you need time. From the get-go, you need patience. And from the get-go, you need consistency. If you start training and you do a week, and then you stop for 2 weeks, and then you start again, and then you stop for another 3 weeks, and like you have plenty of breaks in the middle, the consistency will not be there. The training is still good because it's movement, and it will bring you other benefits, like more general health benefits. But if you want the muscle to show, if you want to see the growth, then you need consistency, 100%. And it doesn't need to be training 5 times a week. Consistency can be training 2 times a week for 30 minutes if you do it for like the 3-4 months that you need at the beginning, or if you do it for your whole life, if possible. It doesn't need to be a lot of training altogether. It needs to be something that you can maintain over time. So you choose what you do based on your skills, based on your level, based on your time, on your availability, your schedule, your willingness to do this. But whatever you choose, make sure it's something you can keep over time, because that's what's going to bring you the results. That keep doing it, just keep doing it. And Another thing is, after that beginning sort of honeymoon phase with strength training, it gets hard. It gets really hard. When you go past your newbie stage and the newbie gains, which are beautiful, your body starts to adapt to the training, and the gains are no longer there, and you will eventually, after like a year of training, maybe you will plateau, and then it's up to you, your trainer, or whatever you're doing to find a way to take you out of that plateau. But and it can be done. Of course, it requires some effort, or more effort than you already put it in. But the first year, if you do it consistently, you'll see a lot of progress. And the subsequent years, you will also keep seeing progress, or maybe maintenance, if you got to a point where you're like, okay, this is where I want to be, I'm happy with this, I don't need to make any more changes. You just maintain what you have, so you stay on a sort of maintenance phase. But it does get hard after. It is always hard, to be honest. It's very rewarding, but it's always hard. And it does get harder after those sort of initial 2 or 3 months, because things start to stagnate. So we need to make changes. We need to put more, probably more intensity, in the sense of more resistance, more weight, more sets, more reps, more not exercises, but maybe even a bit more sessions, at that point. So you need to make adjustments to make sure you keep progressing. But the one thing is, you need to stay consistent. That's the biggie, 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 biggie. Patience and consistency. Just keep showing up. As you show up, you will see progress, no matter what you do. At some point, it will no matter what you do, you will see progress. But again, I am talking of at least 3 months to see some muscle starting to come up. And then if you want to look like a bodybuilder, if you want to look like someone who's trained, who has very, very muscular bodies, nice muscular bodies that you are looking forward to, those people you see on social media, that takes years to achieve. And years of consistency, years of training, years of keeping a healthy, balanced lifestyle. It's not all about going crazy for a month or two with your food and with your training and going all in and then stopping and not doing anything for a year. Because, that's not going to bring any long-term results. It's going to be nice for the summer. Maybe if you're lucky, you may make it to the summer. But then it's all going to go back to where it was, before, and where you were not happy. So again, like growing muscle, it takes at least through 2 or 3 months to see some actual real progress. And losing weight, it's very similar process. But there is a caveat to losing weight. You can lose weight very fast. You can lose weight in a month. Damn it, I lost 5 kilos in a month. But what happened to me? I had a severe fructose intolerance. So I had to stop eating all the food that I was used to eating. I went hungry for a month because I didn't know what to eat, because everything was making me sick. And that's how I lost my 5 kilos. Was it great? No, it was awful. Did I want that? Not at all. It was awful. It was one of the worst things that happened to me. Currently, I am happy I lost that weight, because I lost inflammation and because I feel great now after undergoing 3 months of treatment. But when it happened, it wasn't the best thing for my body. It was terrible for my body. Actually, it really, I started to feel cold all the time because of all the fat I lost. And because I started losing muscle too in the process. So I was shivering all the time. I had my worst winter ever. I was weak. I couldn't train. It wasn't nice at all. So starving yourself, in my case, it was a sickness, but it was illness. But a lot of us have done this at some point because of how we grew up. Starving yourself to lose weight fast is not the solution. It will give you a solution. Yes, you will lose the weight 100%. And if you add like a lot of cardio on top of that, yes, you'll definitely lose weight. What is that weight? Is water and it's muscle. Do we want to lose muscle at our age? Do we want to lose muscle as women over 30, 40 years old? No, we don't. Not at all. We need that muscle. We need that muscle to have a better quality of life. We need that muscle to not be in pain all the time. We need that muscle so that if we fall, we don't break. We need that muscle so that our hormones keep working as normally as possible. And we also need a little bit of fat for that, for our hormones to function. So yes, losing weight quickly is a possibility. It can be done. But the moment you start eating normally again, you'll gain it all and even more because we've been starving for so long, right? So the best way to do it for me, from my understanding and from my experience, is to work with a professional, work with a dietitian, a registered nutritionist dietitian, and be patient again and be consistent again. Just like with muscle building, weight loss, or for some people may need weight gain even, is a long process. If you want to do it in a healthy way, in a long-term sustainable way, it's a long process. It takes time. But sometimes with some things in life, it's better to take that time, to be patient, to take that time and to do things step by step, one little step at a time, build those habits, and then make sure we can keep them long term so that we don't have to go through these processes all over again. Think of if you're building a business, you learn from your mistakes, right? You try to do something one way, it doesn't bring you money, so you change it, and it works, so you keep doing it the way it works, right? Because it brings you money. With health, it is exactly like that. You train in a certain way, you eat in a certain way. It doesn't bring you money, but it brings you your health. It brings you the results you want. It brings you that good energy. It brings you the feel good hormones or feelings, and it makes you have a healthier, longer life overall. So, long rant, but this is it, right? Forget the summer body. I mean, yes, you can have a summer body. You can have a body that is functional. You can have a body you can enjoy and you can actually live with and do things with, right? Not be depleted of your energy all the time because you're not eating just to be thin, just to fit on a frame, just to fit on an idea of what we should be as women. And I'm not saying it's evil or wrong to want to lose weight. I think that's a perfectly valid thing to want to do. As it is gaining muscle, as it is growing stronger, losing weight, it's a totally valid thing to do. If that's what you need, if that's what you want, and if that's what's going to make you happy. I'm just saying, don't do it for a summer body. Do it for long-term health. Do it because it's going to help you regulate your say blood sugar levels or your cholesterol levels, or it's going to reduce your risk of a heart attack, it's going to reduce your risks of diabetes, it's going to help you with your overall health, and because you're going to feel better overall, but not just for a summer, not just for 2 or 3 months. Do it because it's going to bring you health benefits long term. That's it. I'm going to stop here. If you need any help with your strength training, I'm here for you. If you need any help with your nutrition, I can recommend very good nutritionists for you. So just hit me up on my socials or on my website. Send me a message and I'll be there for you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.